Hello everyone, welcome back to the Shiny Ho-Oh Hunt. Yeah, it's a bit hard to believe that I've been doing this YouTube thing for 4 years at this point. Yeah, 4 freaking years. It's funny that a quarter of that entire time has been eaten up by Ho-Oh. Actually even more when you consider, the Heart Gold series that we did, so... I would say a solid half of the lifetime of this channel has been dedicated solely to Ho-Oh, and it would kindly be nice if you would stop being a pain in the gonads, you stupid bird. Remember, guys, if you guys want to hop in, we're always happy to have you guys in. I have not played Portal. I at some point planned to play Portal. I gave up. Yeah, I at some point do plan to play the Portal games. I've heard very good things about them. And yeah, I'm curious to see what they got. But yeah. Oh, I forgot to hit invite. There we go. Yeah, if you guys want to hop in, please feel free to. We always love having you guys join in for some Dynamax adventures. We need you guys. But yeah, I'm doing well. Just a little cold here because it's been raining all freaking day. And that's part of why we didn't stream earlier in the day is didn't know if there was going to be a thunderstorm. And it's not raining right now. But yeah, we delayed the thing. Well, I knew it was going to be raining all day today. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just stream at night. When everything's, hopefully by then the rain blows over and everything goes away. But yeah. But yeah, it's a bit hard to really put into the mentality perspective of, yeah, we've been doing this for 4 years at this point. And I mean, I'd say, we did pretty well. Considering the fact that in the last, less than, what, year we've grown by 1,000 subscribers, I would say that's pretty good progress. In less than a year, we got that much. Hey, Alan, how are you doing? Welcome in, guys. Can we get some appreciation for the members? Can we get some appreciation for the members in here? How are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing? I'm doing well, cause yeah. I mean, I'm not really sure what else we're gonna be doing other than of course the normal streaming stuff. So we're gonna be doing our shiny hunt for the thing. We're gonna be doing our everything and all that kind of stuff and things. But yeah. Oh, very nice. I'm doing well. You want to hop in, Alan? You want to hop in for some Dynamax battles? Because we're going to need you guys to help with all these battles. I'm not going to be able to beat Ho-Oh on my own. Well, I mean, I can. I've done Dynamax Adventure solo, but I always love having you guys hop in there. It's much more interesting when you guys come in. I mean, granted, this is one of the reasons why we do the first lobby is always a bit solo, because that way it gives time for everyone to come in. But yeah, again, we would just go with the solo lobbies first time. I hope we get Ho-Oh's shiny today, of all things. Like, if we get the shiny today, that is going to be just beyond fitting. And I just hope we get it. Okay. The NPC is actually smart. The NPCs are actually smart. They took the Lycanroc. Okay. Okay, in that case, I have a plan. In that case, okay, in that case, oh my gosh, mute. 5. Oh. Well, the thing is, are you doing them so... is that total number of successes? Is that total number of successes, Alan? Or just number of Dynamax adventures you've done, period, including loss outs to Mewtwo? Because that is insane. Like, that is just painful thinking about that many. Yeah, yeah, honestly, his Max Strike is probably my best option. Oh, total numbers of DAs overall, not just wins? Okay. So I was gonna say, though, that many wins, like that many catches and shiny checks, that's insane. But if that's like number of including wins and losses, okay, that's a bit more understandable. Cause yeah, I mean, I didn't really keep track of my numbers when it came to Zygarde, but I know that Zygarde was definitely higher up there. We're good at choosing round. This is the good thing. Max Strike drops this thing's speed, so now we're gonna outrun it. Yes, defense drop. Only 2 phases of Mewtwo, very nice. You know, meanwhile, us over here. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh, that was ridiculously 7 damage. Meanwhile, over here, just, you know, casually at, you know, I don't even know how many phases we've gotten on Ho-Oh. I know at least we've gotten, like, I know at least we've gotten 2. Because there was the Tauros, and then there was the Crawdon I got with Andreas when we were doing the collab for that. I'm taking every single one of these Pokemon purely because I do not want the NPC to get rid of that freaking thing. I do not want the NPC to get rid of that Lycanroc. You can't see it, but there is a Lycanroc. And I do not want the NPC to get rid of that, so I am going to be swapping out everything. Meta Omar, what's the best nature for my Alolan Raichu? And let's go Eevee. Depends on what you want. Would you want it to be faster, or do you want it to be aggressive? I would say generally, modest nature is the best one to go with. Main reasons for that is just modest nature is down physical attack, up special attack, and it is a better special attacker. Because it's going to pretty much outspeed everything regardless. I'll go for Iron Defense. I'll go for Iron Defense, set up a boost, and then just go for a freaking Mighty Missiles. Okay, then Timid is better. Timid is better than Modest in that case. Yeah, Timid is down attack up speed. Timid is best. Yeah, right, every single move that this thing has is super effective against the Lycanroc, which I don't like. Well, now we just go for now we just go straight for the throat. Thank you for the stat drops. Thank you for the stat drops. Oh, this is actually a good team, and for once the NPCs are actually being legitimately intelligent. Because look at this. They're going for status setup. They're going for, like, actual good moves. Like, we're actually doing quite well today with this thing. But also, again, guys, if you haven't done so, please do not forget to leave a like on the stream and subscribe for more. 4 years of everything. This is not 4 years of streaming, it's just 4 years of being on YouTube. We started the channel 4 years ago, on October 13th, 2018. We've actually been streaming for only a little over a year, but yeah, it's been 4 years since we've been on this whole YouTube thing. Yeah, I don't know, it's something that just putting into perspective is a bit hard for me to do, because like it feels like so much has happened, and a lot of it has happened, but also like there really hasn't been all that much happening. Like it's very weird. It's a very, very strange thing, I guess, to say with the way that things are. It's like, yeah, it's been that, and I don't know. It's something, and I mean I've loved it. It's seeing the channel grow as much as it has in the last couple of months, but it just taken off like crazy. It's just absolutely fantastic. Lash out. Boom, my sponge. Very good. Well, thank you very much, Omar. Thank you very much, Simon. I am not going to be Dynamaxing here because I just want I want the thing to roll around back to me so I can hit the thing with max powered stuff. Fortunately, we aren't able to actually get, you know, super effective hits on anything other. Please get a defense drop with that crunch. We get a freeze. We're not gonna freeze. Yikes. Trust me, Alan, I hope your Shuckle doesn't take long either, but I mean, You're talking to a guy who's at triple over odds on freaking Ho-Oh. Odds are a pain in the butt, and I've basically given up hope when it comes to certain hunts, purely down to I know the game is being a pain in the butt. Yes, there's a free. Really? It freezes right when it does a stat purge. Screw off, game. Please miss. You know, I'm switching out anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'm swapping out anyway, so it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, I mean, I hope your shuffle doesn't take too long either. It's got a good shiny, though. It turns blue, and I do like that. Because I have mentioned this a couple of times. Even if, like, I like shinies based purely on what does the shiny look like. The really relative to its original color scheme doesn't really matter too much to me, because it's like, sure, this thing could have, you know, a great color scheme initially, but if the shiny basically just, like, doesn't change the color scheme at all, it's still a good shiny, in my opinion, because the Pokemon's design colors still look really good. That's why I actually don't mind shiny Garchomp looking the same. That's why I love shiny Togekiss. That's why I don't like some of the shinies that came out after Generation 6. But yeah, I mean, that's my whole, like, thing. I'm gonna swap out. Good. We have good moves. We have good moves. All three of us, other than the freaking Viper, that's what his name is. But then I like the darker or golden color that Elekid has. I kind of like the darker color. It's slightly different, but it's just enough. Good. They are going for stat drops. Hit. Yes. It's good. Fine. Everything is fine. Everything is fine here. Everything is going according to plan. Everything is going exactly according to plan. Because the NPCs for once are not complete bots. For once, the NPCs are not being complete bots. And that is good. I really hope that they go for another Screech, and then, I mean, I'm gonna one-shot this thing anyway with Max Rockfall. But let's just go for Overkill, because Overkill's fun. Assurance is not gonna do all that much damage, Assurance, but it's fine. Oh boy, Raphael, oh boy. Well, Nidoking is gone. You good, salute to you, Nidoking. You carried us through some of those fights. Also, on the topic actually of Heart Gold, Soul Silver, and you know, all that kind of stuff. Tomorrow, that's fun. Tomorrow is actually the premiere of the fight against Lance in the Soul Link that we're due with Boost Rodam. It is not the finale of the Soul Link. There is still much more to do in the Soul Link, but it is the fight with Lance tomorrow. So you guys are gonna want to tune in 10 a.m. Eastern time to see that. It's gonna be great. No, we've hunted this thing for a year, but it is 4-year anniversary of the channel. It's the 4-year anniversary of the channel. No shiny. You know, that one, like, changes very, very slightly. It's a little more, like, palish. No, it's not the shiny. No shiny, because it has a red back. Oh, look, it's not shiny. It doesn't exist. This thing doesn't exist. Yeah, no, we've been hunting this thing for a year. We've been hunting this thing for a year, but the channel started with Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Thank you. Are you new here? Oh, Bubbly Tea. Oh, it's like the accent. Are you new here? Welcome in if you are. Thank you very much for coming in. Yeah, Ho-Oh hates me. Ho-Oh hates me. It's like, you know what? I've accepted Ho-Oh hates me. I have accepted this stupid bird hates me. Am I kidding? Yeah, I am connected to the internet. Like, I've accepted this bird hates me, despite the fact that I started my channel with the game that it is the mascot of. So you know what? You know, so you know what? This bird, it's the feeling is mutual, you stupid bird. But also, if you guys would like to hop in for some Dynamax adventures, code is right here. If you guys want to join in, we always love having you guys pop in. Yeah. So let's crush this stupid bird with giant rocks of doom. Just crush the bird. Oh, blah, blah. Oh, sorry. You changed the name so often. You should have accepted ever since the time was over. Back to this episode. But the thing is, I didn't think it was gonna go this much over odds. Because again, I go by statistics and numbers. Statistically speaking, we should have had this thing around 100, like around 150. I was like, okay, you know, I expect it probably around this. But like 350, it's 1.5 odds. I'm slowly losing my freaking mind. Like, okay, I'm not slowly losing my mind. I've already lost. Like we've already established. I lost my mind long ago. But stupid bird won't sparkle. Also, we need you guys to pop in if you guys are available to pop in for some Dynamax adventures, because I really don't want to be just doing these matches solo. I mean, it'll go by quick. Like, actually, favorite Pokemon of each gen. This has been asked and answered before. Zapdos, Tyranitar, Metagross, Infernape, Gigalith, Tyrantrum, Incineroar, Duraludon, and at present Fuecoco. And at present is Fuecoco. Like you can't top, like, I want to see what Fuecoco turns into. I'm very curious what it is going to become, but at the same time, I really don't care what it turns into, because I know Fuecoco is always going to be adorable. Like, it doesn't matter what happens to Fuecoco's final state, even if it isn't great, even if it doesn't have a great stat spread, even if it doesn't have a good ability, like, you know, Incineroar, or, you know, freaking Infernape, even if it's not great, even if its design is bleh, I'm still going to love it. You know why? Because it comes from the little Pepper Croco. It comes from the little Pepper Croco, who is perfection. I love the Pepper Croco. You will never be able to top it. Yeah, the cat, the eyes unsettle me. The eyes take up so much space on its head, it unnerves me. Like, it's a lot of the same thing as, like, why Eevee unnerves me, is that the size of the eyes are so massive, it takes up so much space on the head, it looks off to me. Because, I mean, like, I you know, I've been around pets, you know, for a very long time. So, like, I'm, you know, generally, you know, the proportions at which they are, you know, made. And then there's, you know, just giant eyes on the thing, just, that's a bit unsettling. I disagree. I disagree with you, Raphael. Litten is perfection, and the competitive statistics will agree with me on that, because even when in formats where Zacian was legal, it was still more used than Zacian. Incineroar is perfection. Like, the fact Incineroar is more used than freaking Zacian in competitive still makes me like that. Yeah, Zacian is ridiculously overpowered and annoying, but you know what's more used than it? Incineroar. That's how good Incineroar is. That's how good it is. I think it'd be cool if all box art legendaries switch colors for their shine. Well, the thing is, until Generation 5, until Generation 6 happened, all Pokemon's shinies were determined by a color palette algorithm. It basically just increased the color value by 1, and whatever, you know, say area 1, which is like the arm of something, is color value 5. Okay, well, shiny, make that color value 6. Okay, so the arm is now whatever the assigned color value is for number 6. And it was just a random algorithm that decided what the shinies are going to look like. And I don't know, for whenever like shinies are intentionally designed, I feel it immediately kills any interest I have in them. Because just at that point, they are designed to look cool rather than like being awesome happy accidents. You know, again, as opposed to, you know, being awesome happy accidents, like, oh yeah, we are deliberately making the regular version of this thing less interesting to make the shiny pop even more. And that's why I don't like it. Like, oh yeah, we're going all out with the shiny on this. And then we're not gonna work as hard on the base colors. We're gonna work harder on the shiny. It's like, that is not what you should do. You guys should make the first and foremost priority is the base. And then maybe if the shiny looks awesome, it's a secondary feature. Hey, Gradillion Armaldo. Lovely. Just wanted to drop a thingy and use my eye. Oh, thank you, Rose. Thank you. Go rest, roast. Go rest. Go rest, roast. Silva! It's been so long, Silva. How have you been? How has Silva been? How has the longest viewer of the channel been going? Alright, let's see what we go. I love how every single Pokemon in the second line is 4 times weak to my same type attack bonus. I love that. Let's go to the left. Oh, okay. Well, you said rest your eyes. Oh, use your eyes. Okay. Yeah. So who has the Vaporeon, swap out for the... Actually, wait. Yeah. Who has the Vaporeon, swap out for the Liepard because the Liepard has Screech, which is going to be very... Actually, whoever has the Behem. Whoever has the Behem, swap out for the Liepard. Because Behem is not great. Exactly, that's exactly what I was saying. That's exactly what I was saying, Raphael. We want that Screech support so I can hammer this thing with SmackDown. It's WWE SmackDown time. I know, I want this stupid bird. Like, we started the channel with Heart Gold. And Ho-Oh refuses to sparkle. Over almost a year later, Ho-Oh still refuses to sparkle for me. How you doing? Welcome in. How you new here? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Yep, swap for the cat. Liepard. You better not get an attack drop. Good and not get an attack drop. Thank you for not getting attack drops. Let's hit this thing with Bud. Yeah, so the Beacon. It's like, Meteor Beam is good in theory, but the problem is that Ho has an absurd special defense stat, and the 1 turn of charge up as well as the lack of same attack bonus kind of just completely kneecaps that thing's ability to do damage. But yes, we love Silva. Yeah, for those who don't know, Silva has been the longest time viewer of the channel. She found the channel over a year ago when we first started streaming. Silva found us back when we were doing Fossil Fighters, the original Fossil Fighters. Like, and the thing is, the reason I can say that, I know I can say that, is that I remember when most of you guys came. And I remember that she was there right in the beginning. Silva has seen... Like, Silva was here before we hit 100. Like, that is how long Silva has been here. And I remember when people joined. I remember that. Yeah, that was absolutely, like, that was... like, the Fossil Fighter streams, I simultaneously love and hate it. So on the one hand, I do love me some Fossil Fighters. But on the other hand, those games are really, really problematic to play the original Fossil Fighters. Because, like, it's a decent game. Like, it's a good game. But the problem is a lot of the mechanics of it are a bit problematic and become quite grindy. You know, when it comes to a number of things. Yeah, I actually don't really think about what my team is gonna be for Pokemon games like times in advance. The main reason why is like I'll just pick, yeah, this looks interesting, I'll go for this thing. Oh, this looks interesting, I'll pick this thing. It's only after I've gotten like 3 to 4 members of my team that I start thinking maybe I should start looking at like the types I don't have to try and shore up weaknesses and resistance. What are the flowers change with all the right unit? Oh, the mints? The timid mint. It's timid mint. All the mints are just nature, specific nature mint. So you're gonna want timid mints. Those are the ones I want on my team at some point. Ah, interesting. Yeah, I'm exactly, Raphael. If you want to see a properly rated treatment of Electros, I highly encourage you to check out the Pokemon Black 2 series we did, because back then, like in that series, the MVP of the entire run was my Electros Metroid. And let's go, Eevee. There's no way to change your nature. Oh, you mean the lady with the Abra? That's in Celadon City. That doesn't change natures. It just forces every Pokemon that you catch after that point for the day to be of that nature. So you're gonna need to go get a regular Raichu with the, I believe you're gonna need to get a regular Raichu with the timid nature, then go trade it to the person to get the Alola Raichu with the timid nature. Because it's really weird how that thing works. And yes, you are exactly right on that, Mudkip. That is 99.99992% of the time, Mudkip. You're wrong by a couple percents right there, Mudkip, but I'll allow it. But yeah, I mean, it's something. It's fun. But yeah, I got plans. I have plans for stuff. Also, Cradily amuses me. Like the fact that Cradily just Cradily amuses me. Like, there are very few Pokemon where the 3D sprite models I like more than the pixel art that Black and White had. Cradily is one of them just because it looks so silly, just bobbing back and forth. I love Electros. Electros is just such a fun Pokemon to use because it is an electric type capable of learning Giga Drain that has Levitate, so it can just laugh at ground ups. Like, oh, you're a ground type. You want to hit me with a ground type move? I'm sorry, you can't. Well, Giga Drain, give me health back. Thank you. It's like, Electros continues the trend that began with Gigalith of when I get a Pokemon on a team and I give it the Rocky Helmet, that Pokemon just becomes the MVP of that specific run. It happened with Gigalith. It always happens. It is a bizarre phenomenon that I have observed, but it always happens. It's so good. No, please give them a rock type. Please give them a rock type. Azumarill is good. Azumarill is good. Oh. Yeah, let's go this. Hello, Electroc and Pink Gaster down here. Exactly. See, Silva knows what's up. Silva knows what's up. That's why, again, Silva, longtime viewer, knows exactly how the channel works. I honestly still cannot believe just how much the channel last year. That still blows me away. Like, that blows me away. I doubt Martin would use it. Probably. I agree. But see, here's the thing. Azumarill has... It doesn't matter what... Azumarill has no status moves. So he has to attack. Which is good. He can't Rock Polish or Cosmic Power this time. Martin can't screw us over here. And Noah James, how are you doing? Go Big Orange. Exactly. Big Orange. For blue, but that's because the blue green. Fair enough. I mean, my favorite color used to be green. It is now purple. But I just like the look of Pink Gastrodon. I just like the look of Pink Gastrodon. I love how the Nidoqueen is using Charm on a poke on the one member of our team that is not a physical attacker. That amuses me. Yeah, no, you just go for Water Pulse. Just go for Water Pulse moves. Stormy Tantrum. Very good. Very, 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 very good. On plan, face. All face. I have no need to Dynamax. I have no need to Dynamax here. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The poison point goes off. It's not gonna matter. It isn't gonna matter that poison point went off. Good thing is that Max Quake is a special defense boost, and I use physical damage. Perfectly fine here. See, Martin. See, rare footage. I was about to say rare footage of Martin doing something right, and even when he does something right, he still screws up by getting poisoned. You had one job, Martin. You can't do it right. You had one freaking job, Martin. Can you not screw up? Apparently not, because all Martin's good at. Screwing up is the only thing Martin is good at. If I could tie that Soul Rock to a baseball bat, I would swing it right at your head, Martin. Happy Yee. I'm not gonna take it. I actually wouldn't mind if Martin... You know what? It's good. You know what? It's kind of okay Martin's taking it. It's still a super effective move, even though, yes, it isn't great, but it still poison them. What's the big game this weekend? What is the big game? Sport thing? I'm not the most familiar with sports. Oh yeah, we actually are a thing. If you can make your perfect Pokemon. The thing is, I've actually been working on like the official Maxis team. I am not finalized it yet, but I am in the process of like making my perfect team. But the thing is, my perfect team pretty much would be Togekiss, Metagross, Excadrill, Tyranitar, probably Zapdos on there somewhere, and like maybe Garchomp. Yeah, it's a basic team, but it's a basic team, but it's a me team. Notice that Nidorina is still on the Soul Egg, but yeah, because we don't have a Moonstone. And also because Nidoqueen doesn't learn any moves. And there are some decently good moves that Nidorina learns, like Super Power and Crunch. And Nidoqueen just doesn't learn any moves because it is a Stone evolution, which sucks. Like, I am so glad that I think it was Generation 7? It was either Gen 7 or I think it was Gen 7, because I don't think Gen 6 would have done anything kind of like that. Where they finally made it so that Stone evolutions are capable of learning moves. You know, even after evolving, because they realized maybe lugging around this thing that has 300 base stats until right before the Elite Four isn't a good policy to force on the players. So you know what? We're going to change that. And you know what? Good thing that they changed that. It was a good thing to change. Freligator Mew, Sand Slash Ninja, Aurora, Full Rank Controls. Interesting. Interesting lineup. This is why we always want to go for Rock type. Because that way when Ho turns up the heat with the sun, with Sunny Day or Max Flare, Rock type moves don't get negated in terms of damage. So I'm still doing not maximum amount of power. Because right now, functionally, these water types, they're at half power. So they might as well just be using neutral moves. Okay. I turned around. What is the intention? What is the intention of me turning around? Or is it just Mudkip screwing with me as always Mudkip does? Smackdown. See? That's why I love rock types. That's why we love rock types. We love our rock types. Ooh, this is not gonna be good. Actually, no, this is gonna be fine. This is actually completely fine. We still win. We absolutely just win anyway right now. SmackDown does not miss. SmackDown does not miss. And we're going to just take this thing down right here. Right. Unless this thing can somehow take down every single one of us this turn, we do not win. Like, we win. We win. You suck, Ho-Oh. You freaking suck. Also, good thing you targeted them, because that means that... Actually, wait. How many lives do we have left? I think we had full lives, right? We got 1 KO on me, 1 KO on that thing. I think we're fine. We should be fine. We should be fine. We're fine. We're fine. Exactly. See, there are times that you are helpful, Mudkip. There have been times that you have not been screwing with me, and also, full start. Thank you very much for the help. That is the full health we needed. Because it got rid of its defense debuffs. Wow, Ho just took itself out for us. It felt bad for getting rid of the stat drop, so it just took itself out. Thank you, Ho, for being stupid. Thank you, you stupid bird, for being stupid. Brain the size of a peanut. Brain the size of a peanut right there. But yeah, the big, like, you know, pulse thing that Dynamax Pokemon do, that's, they eliminate all stat debuffs to them, status conditions like poison or sleep, and it removes any buffs you have. So your ability gets nullified, and all stat boosts that you have are negated. Yeah, it's really, really obnoxious. No, I will not do a triple backflip. Like, see, that is... The fact that they get rid of stat boosts is the one thing. I feel like Waze, Lugia-Hun is gonna pull him out and go triple over odds and still not shine. Yeah, no, it's not. No, nothing is gonna do that about this. The reason why is because remember, Ho-Oh has like 4 times normal health when it comes to this thing. So, and also Smackdown's just a very weak move. It's 50 base power normally, even though, yes, it is backed up by a same type attack bonus and, you know, a quad weakness exploit. Ho still has, you know, over 4 times its natural health, on top of it's not horribly undefensive, and also just Smackdown isn't really that strong. If it was a move like Stone, it would have taken down, you know, probably 3/4 of its health without a debuff like that, because we've seen it do that before. Alright, let's go again. Again, as always, if you guys want to pop in, please feel free to. We love having you guys in our Dynamax adventures. Sorry. But yeah, I'm not sure how long the whole thing is going to go for this thing. I do want to, hope this thing goes for a while, though. If you can remove any legendary mythical, what would it be? I don't see. I don't really have an issue with most of them. I mean, because the thing is, the only legendaries I would ever want removed already are those being the megas and the primals. And I'm glad, and they're gone. So like the one thing I want to remove is gone. Because for as much as I hate Zacian, it keeps Xerneas from running crazy. You know, as much as I despise Zacian, Zacian's existence keeps Xerneas from rising again. And that is always a welcome thing. Better don't go the shiniest way. See, you always feed on the suffering. The reason why is that their stats are just way too high, and I play competitive. And when you have things that have, as absurd stats as Megas do, it completely ruins any enjoyment that exists in competitive, because it intrinsically makes it uncompetitive with just how absurd they are. Oh, I don't think we have any good options on this thing. Please be something good on that ground. That's probably Crocodile. Yep, that's Crocodile. Okay. All these options are bad. Oh. That's a Crawdont. Okay. Poke Tip. Alexander, I want you to swap out for the Celio and then the Crawdont. That Crawdont is going to be helpful. We need that Crawdont. We need that Crawdont. Because that thing is going to help us. We want to blitz right through this ho-oh. Members do get priority, so if Kayla does want to join, she does get priority for joining, guys. Wait for Kayla to join in. No, I'm not gonna go for Dynamax. Well, no, I'm not gonna. The reason why I'm not gonna make the Crawdont is I have Rock Tomb. I have Rock Tomb and I have No Guard, which means all of our moves are going to hit. And when considering the fact that Rock Tomb does not have perfect accuracy, and nor does Muddy Water, that is a good thing to keep. I have plans. Like I have when it comes to things, I have a plan. Plus the other thing is I can use coaching if we have physical things. But yeah, I generally have a plan when it comes to those things. Yeah. That's one of the reasons why when it comes to this thing I have all these plans already going on. I have all these plans cooking out in the back of my head at any given time, because I just take the knowledge I have from competitive and just apply it to this, because competitive is what I do most of the time. Like if I'm not playing, if I'm not recording, I'm not streaming, I'm not editing, I'm not sleeping, I am generally doing things with competitive Pokemon, and it just becomes so ingrained in me that with things that is just second nature, I can just do it, unconsciously. I'll be honest, I don't really care for not fully evolved Pokemon, but I would say probably my favorite is Togepi. Because, like, for me, it's the not fully evolved things I basically just don't care for. Because, like, because I under the intention of the not fully evolved stuff, their point is to not be good, to eventually just be a platform for something better to come along down the line. Like, that's the whole purpose of them, and I recognize that. And that's the whole point. And that's one thing, like, I don't care for Eevee, is that the whole point of Eevee is just become something that isn't Eevee. And it's like, okay, then why would I get invested in something that's entire purpose is to become something better than itself? It's when the series is saying, yeah, the whole point is it's meant to be something better than, like, what's the point? It's like, it's also the same reason why I don't like Megas, because it then makes, because then the Megas do the exact same thing to the base form. Like, oh yeah, well, this is just the super duper better version of this thing. This thing is now just objectively, like, please don't do that to Pokemon that are actually, like, good normally and don't make them even more terrifying. Because we don't need them to be more terrifying. Okay. Bye, Mudkip. Actually, I have a better idea now. Actually, Toby, swap out for the Crawdaunt, because I just remembered. Stunfisk has Metal Sound, and you guys both have special Water-type moves. That is a much better play than just keeping Screech for me. Yeah, we can also swap out here. No. But yeah, Toby, I want you to swap out for this. But thank you very much. But yeah, I'm generally known for my more controversial opinions when it comes to Pokemon. I don't like Megas. I like Dynamaxing. I like Z moves. I like the Dex cut. I'm known for my very, very controversial opinions when it comes to Pokemon. And I'm okay with that because you know what? We are all allowed to have our own opinions on things. I have a vendetta against Zigzagoon because when I was playing Shield and Sword, I specifically got a squad of Zigzagoon for no purpose other than just constant farming of pickup. And they, I would say, and there was a point where I had 3 of them on the team. And then from like Gym 2 all the way to Gym, I think it was 6, they found no items throughout the entire run of that game. And I was like, okay, you are now completely not helping Kron. You are now completely not helping Zigzagoon. Please go away. You were brought along for the purpose of using pickup. And you can't pick things up. And then, you know, they got replaced with the Dracloak, which proceeded to get one shot at every turn because it is so frail. Oh, that is, those were... Oh, Dracloak is glassy. Dracloak is a glass cannon, and it even lacks the cannon. Hey, Jay, how you doing? You lot of sand attack is fine. I use a lot of sand attack. Ah, sand attack. Ah. Can't pick up items either. Stopping. Yeah, see, my ability isn't pick up though. My ability isn't literally exists only to find items in the overworld, Mudkip. That's the difference. That is the crucial difference between a Zigzagoon and myself. Is my ability is not exclusively geared into finding items. My ability is analytical, not pickup. So my inability to pick up items is completely irrelevant because it has no play. So it has no impact on my ability to do things. So we win. Out. Up. Everything good. But yeah, this is, I want the Marowak to swap out for this. Steel Psychic. The ability to stream games and suffer so I can feed off it. Exactly, Mudkip. Exactly. My ability is to stream and, yep. My ability is to stream, so my ability is to suffer to feed Mudkip. I suffer to feed Mudkip. I suffer to feed Mudkip. But also, again, guys, please do not forget to subscribe and, you know, share this out to your friends. We gotta get the channel growing again. Yeah, I like Steel Psychic. I just like it. It's a great typing. I am still sad that they had, like, I understand why they had to nerf Steel. I understand why they had to do it. Because they were adding in Aegislash and they added in Mega Metagross. They needed to make it, you know, weaker so that way Dark and Ghost could deal with those monsters. But I do miss the days of... I do miss the days of you being able to personally decide the weakness of Bronzong. Like, that was fun. Yeah, I've heard that Clefable is broken in Unite. And AJ, that right there precisely segues into one of the many reasons I have just kind of stopped playing Unite. Is that, yeah, I've kind of had it with a game that devs don't care about being broken and being uncompetitive. Because, like, a game being broken, just having, like, a power trip feature, I don't think is inherently bad. But when that game is attempting to actively be a competitive game with a competitive scene, that's when problems start to arise. You know, like, you know, again, if you have a competitive scene in a game, and that game is mechanically broken to the point where it is inherently uncompetitive, then it completely breaks down its entire purpose. I think we're just going to obliterate Crocodile. I think Crocodile is just going to get obliterated this turn. Because you gotta remember, this is an adaptability boosted Crawdaunt. This is an adaptability boosted Crawdaunt. So that's double damage on top of Dynamax, on top of super effective. Yeah. Yeah. Don't mess with Crawdaunt. Don't mess with the Daunt. Crawdaunt got pain that it likes to feel on its enemies. Love Crawdaunt. Oh yeah, leftovers. Yeah, I like Crocodile. Crawdaunt is indeed the big man. Crawdaunt is indeed big man. So planned for the Dynamax, we have Celio Dynamax. Why, Kayla? What's wrong, Kayla? Yes, exactly, Selma, exactly. This is the real reason you guys come out to the channel. The Allosaurus is the real reason. The Allosaurus is the real reason. The Allosaurus is the real reason. What's wrong, Kayla? What happened? What happened, Kayla? What? Oh! That's why my sleeve was stopped. I was like, what the heck? Why is my sleeve stopped? Oh, it's because the loop got hooked on something. There we go. You know, no one take the Crocodile. It's not great. No, do not swap out. No, do not swap out. No, you just use Metal Sound against the Ho-Oh. You just use Metal Sound on the other thing. You know, to the point where we can even win games where I can't even win games. So everyone, yeah, that's like again, that's the reason why I just kind of stopped playing Unite, is that it's just not a healthy game. You know, there are games that, you know, the devs do care. Hey, Boogie Kid DCG, welcome in. Welcome in. It's been a while. Like, there are some games where the devs don't really know how to balance the game. And then there's things like Unite, where they just intentionally don't balance things specifically because they know if they keep something ridiculously broken, then they'll just get more money out of it. Oh, the 50-foot Ethernet cable is working very, very well. Wait, are we? We're getting raided by Andreas. Andreas, what the heck are you doing up this late? Andreas, my man, what are you doing up this late? But thank you very much for the raid. Where is the Andreas SSG? How are you doing? What were you streaming over on your end, Andreas, and why the freak are you up at this unholy hour of the night over where you are in Sweden? Aren't you like 6 hours behind me? And it's like, isn't it like 2 a.m. where you are? Isn't it like 2 a.m. where you are, Andreas? But Minecraft, very nice. Meanwhile, we're still suffering and we can't get this shiny ho. Even at 1.5 odds, we still cannot get this stupid bird. Okay, so, okay, 6 hours ahead. Okay, I was right. It was 6 hours. Yeah, it's like 2 a.m. where you guys are. It's like, please, dude, get some sleep. Get some sleep, dude. How are you doing? How are you doing? Oh, Popeye. Classic chicken with Popeye's method chicken up sandwich, spicy sauce. Oh. See, that's one of the reasons why. That's one of the reasons why I don't like going out getting like food at times. Cause like yeah, they can just mess the orders up. Fell asleep at 6 p.m. Woke up. Oh, okay, makes sense. Hello there, Clifford Longhead. Welcome in. Are you new here? Welcome in. Thank you very much for coming in. But, everyone, I am Dynamax. We do a lot of Pokemon streaming here on this. But we do a lot of Nintendo stuff as well. We do Metroid. We're going to be doing some Mario stuff. We are currently doing a whole bunch of blind Legend of Zelda stuff. Of Breath of the Wild. Currently playing Let's Go Pikachu and have a solo with Fusro Dab that the Fight Against the Champion is going to be premiering tomorrow. So that's going to be something fun to recommend you guys tune into. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and yeah, thank you guys all for coming out tonight. But also show some love to our good buddy Andreas. He was gonna only do a 20-minute nap, but then it turned into 5 hours. Isn't that how it always goes? I put my alarm on snooze for like 10 minutes. I'll just rest my eyes for 10 minutes. It wakes up. Oh crap! It's 11. I've made a massive screw up. Tactical errors have been made. Please give us a boost. That is completely useless. That is completely useless to us because this thing doesn't use special attacks aside from extrasensory. We could have used anything else. Oh, look at the damage that Muddy Water does. Yes. Accuracy drop. Accuracy drop. Do. Yay, uselessness. Wow. Look at that special defense boost right there. Saving me from that absolutely resisted hit. So what did I do to get timed out? You gave me 4 months ago. Meta, do I have a path for being timed out? You gave me. Yeah? Thank you, Andres, but the thing is, I actually don't play Minecraft. I actually just don't have Minecraft. I do appreciate the offer, though. I do very much appreciate the offer. But yeah, I actually don't have Minecraft. It's sandbox games are a lot like open worlds for me in that they kind of, I don't know, they don't really jive with me. But yeah, hello there, Leafy Dragon. Welcome back in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you very much for coming in. And with that, another Ho-Oh bites the dust. 1.5 odds and then some. Will the raid luck from Andreas please bring us our shiny? Like, the freaking fact, like, I don't know what's more infuriating. The fact that I have spent almost a year on this shiny Ho-Oh hunt, or the fact that I am at over 1.5 odds when every single other content creator that I know has gotten this thing massively under odds. Like, that is the only thing that I don't know what I'm more annoyed at, is whether it's the sheer number of time I've spent, or that just everyone got it easier. No purple Celio. Sadly, Andreas, no purple lined Crawdon again. That would have been fantastic. Oh, it's like attacker raids. Hope they go very well. No shiny crocodile. Oh, look. Shiny Ho-Oh. It's not there because it doesn't exist. The golden bird doesn't actually exist, and I know it doesn't exist because the game hates me. Because this game hates me. The bird is spiteful. Ho is a spiteful thing. And I don't know why. Like, we started this channel 4 years ago today with the Let's Play of Heart Gold. We started this channel with you, Ho-Oh, and you refuse to shine for me. I have a simple request, and that is to sparkle, please. And it refuses to. Gonna do Giratina raids on Saturday, but I think you cut. Yeah, I did catch Giratina. I mean, I'd be happy to help you though, Andreas. Like, I would be happy to help you. Just pop in for some raids. If I'm not, busy doing something else, because I do generally edit and stuff, or record. Start a channel with it's gonna end with the shine. I hope, like, yeah, I mean, it'll be fitting. Watch it be like 7 years in the future, and I'm at like 28,000 Dynamax adventures, and I finally get Ho-Oh. Ah, doing them with Tommy. Very nice. We love Tommy. Like, I love how everyone was just laughing at the comment that Tommy made when he raided us. Just Tommy out of context is an absolute joyride. Someone get the Liepard. The Liepard has Screech, which would be very good. Dragon Dance 05, Tommy. That's Tommy. We love Tommy. We love Tommy. Tommy is a barrel of laughs. Tommy is a barrel of laughs and a wholesome, wonderful human being. Tactical Lairon. I see a tactical Lairon. We are going for the tactical Lairon. Yep, we're still hunting the bird. We're 3.5 odds on this thing in Forged. The bird is spiteful, and it hates us in Forged. But I see a tactical Lairon on the horizon. Our fortunes may be changing for the better because I spy with my little eyes. Tactical Lairon. Thankfully, there are two things that are cripplingly weak to my special fighting type focus. Special fighting type Aura Sphere, so that's good. I mean, there's a lot of channels. There's a lot of channels, so keeping all of them straight. Exactly, Silva. Tommy is like Beacon of Nick, in that he is a wholesome human being. He is pure wholesome. Yeah, it's like, it's freaking... It's... Shinies are just spiteful. Shinies are just being very, very spiteful. And I wish that the game will give me my sparkles soon, because again, I don't know what I want more. I don't know whether I want this thing to go into a year-long hunt, so I can say 1 year-long shiny hunt that is now over, or I just get this stupid thing right now. You've got all the Pokemon for the Pokédex. You restart and then move to home back. See, I have thought about doing that, but the other thing is that on this profile I have has a lot of very special to me league cards. Just like people that I've met that I don't really see anymore, and I have their league cards on here. And it's sort of like, if I get rid of that, well, I lose all those league cards, and I sort of like lose like a memento of people that I don't really see anymore. You know, the big one in particular is the pride of my collection. Santino Tarquino's League card. That is the pride of my collection. But yeah, I mean, I have the other file of Sword of Shield that it doesn't have Nintendo Switch Online, but I am somewhat planning to do Dynamax Adventures on that. You know, after, you know, getting the Shiny Charm. But the main issue that really runs into is I would need to go and get the Shiny Charm in that game. And that would be a massive pain in the gonads. Because I don't have access to, you know, trading on that unless I can go. Because I can't, like, I don't have people I can go to trade to get the Shiny Charm on that. Yeah, I have that now. Yeah, I have that. I actually just did that myself a little bit earlier. With the @MetaMaxis now for my channel thing. Yeah, I did that. I set it up. Yeah, it's a neat thing. It was like, oh, what's this annoyingly just glowing blue bar at the top of the... Oh, you can now set a nickname or something like that. It's like, oh, so it's just like Twitter. So it's just using Twitter's thing now. I mean, it's useful to have. It's a very useful thing to have. But yeah, like, it's neat. But yeah. Yeah, so how have you been playing Salmon Run, Andreas? Like, the current weapon loadout for Salmon Run, I freaking love. It's like, they're so good. Like, I have been able to consistently get wins in Salmon Run. And, like, I almost beat the King Salmon. The King Salmon like 3 times today. And it's because the weapons make it so easy to just keep winning games that you don't lose out on Wave 3. Because they're so good. I would highly recommend Splatoon 3. I would highly recommend it. Is such a great game. Oh, don't think ask yet, but what if you're thinking of Frontier? I don't mind, like... My feelings on Frontier, Fossil Fighters Frontier is complicated. My feelings on Fossil Fighters Frontier is complicated. But yeah, Kayla, yeah, swap out for the Lairon. Oh, I love that damage. Oh, ridiculous. See, that's what happens when you quad exploit a very, very low special defense stat. Hey, very welcome in. Don't have enough money for opportunity 3. Scarlet. Yeah, makes sense. Scarlet Violet is a save up thing. That makes sense. Let's go for Tactical Aeron. But yeah, I'm not really sure how long we're actually going to be going for this stream, because, like, I'm already pretty exhausted today. Like, it's weird. I'm tired right now, but I haven't really done much. I mean, I didn't really do a lot of recording. Granted, I didn't really get a whole lot of sleep last night, so there is that. But yeah, I mean, yeah. But yeah, we're probably gonna go until get to 360 Dynamax Adventures done for then we're gonna end off. You know, that's our usual thing is, you know, we generally go around 10 Dynamax Adventures per session. It's about you can revive fossils from anywhere, revive swords from anywhere. Yeah, that I've already been noticing that. I'd been noticing that you can do things like that in Frontier. Like, the thing about Frontiers is there are, like, it's complicated. Like that's what it is more than anything, is that I can see they were trying to do, like, I can see what the intention was, and that there are some very well-intentioned, good changes that they did try to make. But the problem is that they just did not execute those ideas well at all. And I feel that's where a lot of, like, the dissonance comes in. It's like, yeah, like, these are, like, fairly decent ideas, but they just didn't implement them at all correctly. Though there are a number of bad decisions, you know, like, namely the speed system, which I don't like, and the fossil pals, which were bad. Like, the only, like, objectively bad thing that I can say I have the opinion of so far in the game is the fossil pals. That is the only objectively bad thing I will say. Like, there is nothing good about that idea. There was nothing good about the fossil pals. Yeah, I'm gonna Dynamax. Rock ball. Because, like, what you have just done is you've taken a game where you control 3 Venusaurs. Okay, we take away 2/3 of your control from the entire game. That is never a good thing. Because I said in one of the last episodes, is that I don't feel like I'm playing a game so much as I'm just watching a cutscene play 90% of the time. Granted, a lot of it is because I'm using Tarbosaurus, and Tarbosaurus is freaking slow to attack.
They like it because they made 9/7 of the Venusaurs look weird. They changed the type chart for no reason. The buffs, the Paleopals, were practically the only.
Yeah, like the design change, I don't 100% dislike. I mean, some of them I don't dislike. Some of the Venusaur designs, like, okay, they look a little weird. They look weird now. Okay, I get they wanted to make it, you know, look more interesting, probably because now they have the 3D system. They wanted to touch up a lot of, like, because we'll be honest, the original models they had for a lot of the Venusaurs back in Fossil Fighters and even in Champions, they really don't look that great. They're very pixely. They really don't look all that great. Even for the system, they look especially primitive. And I guess maybe they wanted, like, to update the art style and make it not look so pixelated and, you know, take advantage of the 3DS's, you know, 3D capabilities. But the problem with that is that so many of those designs are iconic. Those designs are what, like, Leiron. Leiron is gonna Dynamax. So you can KO him. But yeah, they changed the designs, which I get why they want to change the designs. But, like, for me, the biggest issue is the Paleopals. That is the only issue I would say is an objective problem. Mostly because, as mentioned before, it takes away 67% of the game away from you just being an NPC, just basically computer played. And that is a problem.
You have to wait a minute to use one attack, a very slow game, the story again. Dinosaurs, those black creatures that weren't dinosaurs.
Yeah, there's definitely problems, and, like, the thing is, that's to be expected when a game made by 2 studios has those 2 studios split up, and then this game is only made by 1/2 of those studios, and they want to make the game drastically different. Like, it's a case of I can see what they were trying to do, even if what they were trying to do was colossally stupid. So it's I guess I'm trying to look at, like, a glass half full sort of thing, even though, yeah, there's definitely a lot of bad things that Frontiers did. Frontiers made a lot of screw ups. Fossil Fighters Frontier made a bunch of big screw ups. And yeah, overall, that's a problem. Overall, screw-ups happened. Mistakes were made. People were idiots, and yeah.
Oh, nice. Shiny Pheromosa. It's a great shiny. I would love to shiny hunt it at some point, though. I would love to shiny hunt Pheromosa. Because, like, I've mentioned this, actually, earlier in the stream, actually, is shinies that don't really change much, so long as the color scheme still works, I actually really, really like them. I actually really like them. Because just, like, the color scheme still works. Because, like, the color scheme still does work. And I love how brutally savage that damage is with her. Again, Quad Weakness Exploit on top of the same type attack bonus. That's good. That's good. And let's go for the rock, dude. Let's go. Let's rock and roll on. Yeah. I'm just really looking forward to seeing what the I'm still calling them Dynamax raids because I don't know what they're gonna be called. When we get the thing, I'm just calling them Dynamax raids. I'm looking at that. The OG is the story type match up with the source where you need more teeth are cooler. Well, that's the funny thing is like that's one of my favorite things is like that actually is exactly the thing that they said in Jurassic World, which was you didn't want realistic, you wanted more teeth. Oh, Terrastal raids? Okay, Terrastal raids. Yeah. I'm looking forward to those. Because we all know in the inevitable DLC that they're going to be adding for the game, they're going to be adding in the old legendaries again. And since, Dynamax Adventure Shiny Hunting, took the channel off to a big degree, I want to be shiny hunting those. That could be fun. Like, if they shiny lock the legendaries in Terrastal raids for the way you get them there, that's going to be a massive mistake. Because, like, that was such a huge thing. The fact that you could shiny hunt all the legendaries, and it was interactive with other people. Because, I remember saying before even they announced that they were going to do Terrastal raids as a thing. Like, they would be idiots to get rid of this Dynamax Adventures mechanic, like this entire idea. They would be absolute morons to get rid of it. Purely down to, it is such a new and unique thing. You can play cooperatively with your friends, and you can, you work out and you can shiny hunt. So you can, shiny hunt with your buddies. You keep the players invested. You bring players like, oh, this is fun. I can battle with my friends. You can play with your friends. And it's the first actual, true cooperative thing that the game has ever done. So, them adding it in, I feel it was a foregone conclusion. Purely down to the co-op thing was huge. And it got a lot of people, to just probably get Nintendo Switch Online that they didn't get it for. In a world on its stakes, you control the player in a car. You use the sword of the field. NPCs are really funny here. Red Fossil Rock. Yeah, there are a lot of good things about the original games. The worst thing you can say about the original Fossil Fighters is the game is fairly grindy and Rosie is legitimately annoying at times. I made jokes comparing her to Sakura from Naruto, but no, she is at least there are reasons given in the story why she isn't able to help you with things, and it kind of just became a running joke at that point rather than Sakura, who's just completely and absolutely useless from the get-go. But yeah, at worst they're a little bit annoying, but even then they're not horrible. It's not terrible. And then you've got this, where there's just... It's so much blocks of text that I feel like you go through in Champions. Yeah, she was, like, again, I made jokes comparing her to Sakura mostly because, like, yeah, she doesn't really do much in the story and she has pink hair. But, like, she is significantly more useful than, you know, she actually does help. Like, she at least tries to help. You know, she tries. Which is more than you can say about Sakura. Which is more than you can say about Sakura. Let's look, see if we got any rock types. Please tell me we get some rock types. Swampert, okay. Nope. Alright, we are going to the right. We're going to go grab the water type, which is going to be the, water turtle, that's what it is. Then, we... Is that water turtle? That's where Rosie, don't really like her. Semi-grindy, Shan is pretty lame. The models look like... Champions League. Yeah, I agree. Like, Champions was a great game. Like, Champions was perfection. Champions was a fantastic game. The story was great. Like, the thing that I like about Champion is that it is almost completely disconnected from the first story. Like, they made a sequel to a game. There is no carryover. You know, nothing that happens in Champion, like, nothing that happens in the story of the first Fossil Fighters ever comes into play for Champions. Well, here's the thing, Leafy. We have an entire series of streaming, which we did about a year ago, the Fossil Fighters, the Pokéclone Saga, which I highly recommend you go check out, Leafy. I highly recommend you go check it out because it's a fantastic series. Basically, I played the first Fossil Fighters, and it was actually the first streams we ever did. But the other thing is that we also played Fossil Fighters Champions earlier this year, which I also recommend you go check out that series because that is a fantastic series, and I'm very proud of that series. Fighters. Yeah, I highly recommend you check that series. I will actually go and grab the link to my Fossil Fighters Frontier series. I will go grab my link to that playlist. I highly recommend that you check it out. Well, yeah, like that's only even post game. You know, like Rosie is only there. Like, Rosie only comes into play at post game, and like Dynol and Duna only come into the game as part of DLC. Like, it's downloadable. It was free downloadable stuff that you can just pick up, and it has no bearing on the story. You know, Dynol, Duna, and all of they have no bearing on the story. And I love that. Like, the fact that they created two somewhat similar narratives that have drastically different characterizations and embodiments. And they both work. There's a reason why a video I have been working on right now is actually called Fossil Fighters Champions: The Art of the Superior Sequel. I know you're here, so I guess. Can't we get them anymore? Yeah. It is a shame. But also, guys, if you have not done so, please do not forget to leave a like on the stream and subscribe, of course, for more if you guys are new. But, yes. I highly recommend, Leafy. I highly recommend you check out the playlist I just posted, Leafy, because that is my playlist of Fossil Fighters Champions, which is the sequel to the original. And in a lot of ways, like, everyone universally agrees that Champions is better. Everyone agrees it is universally better. Oh crap, that's not good. This is awkward. Why did the Palpitoad swap out for the... This is not good. This is not going well. Yeah, you really can't get them anymore, which is a bit unfortunate, but... I mean, even getting a copy of Fossil Fighters Frontier or a copy of Fossil Fighters... even getting a copy of Fossil Fighters Champions or the original Fossil Fighters is incredibly difficult these days. You know, they really just... Getting them is next to impossible. Which is really unfortunate, because I would love to get that. Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. This is not good. Champions is like my third favorite game. Everyone, Minecraft, use Platinum and I'm not the biggest fan of the Sinnoh games. I know it's gonna be like heresy to a lot of people, but like the problem with the Sinnoh games is just the amount of Pokemon in them I just don't really care for. But like that's why BDSP is good, because BDSP expanded the selection of Pokemon you get, and also it is the hardest game in the Pokemon series. For information on that, we did a whole Pokemon difficulty analysis series. Highly recommend you guys check that playlist out. Where we actually looked at what is the most difficult game in the Pokemon series. Very proud of that series, by the way. Very, very proud of that series. Yeah, the thing is, actually, it was my first gen as well. My first game was Diamond. And... But yeah, the thing is, like, over time, it's like, I just kind of don't really care about it. You can like what you like, you just like what you like, you don't care, unless they Fossil Fighters as Pokemon. Exactly. We have an entire video completely tearing that entire idea apart, Jays. We have an entire video tearing that entire thing to pieces. We go for the Swampert. Yeah, Kayla, you should swap out with the scientist here. And Leafy, you swap out for the Swamp. And Leafy, you swap out for the Swampert. This is not good. Please get a rock type. Please get a rock or a water type. We need something good here. Okay, that's a water type. That's exactly what we needed. First main series game was Diamond. First Pokemon game was Mystery Dungeon. Really? Both fantastic games. Both of those are fantastic games. But yeah, even though Diamond was my first game, I don't really like the Sinnoh games all that much. The main reason for that really just comes down into they have their problems. I mean, I do very much like very much like BDSP. A lot of that is because it's just an updated, improved version of what already existed in Diamond and Pearl. It took Diamond and Pearl, and it made them a good game. It made them a much better game, in my opinion. And the fact that it could do that, like, I respect that. I very much respect that. Which is not, it's not an easy thing to do. Black and white. I think black and white were perfect. Like I think black and white were perfect games. Oh, it's all right, Leafy. I understand. It's all right. I understand. You know, things can just come up. I understand. Thankfully, it can tank that. That light screen made it survival. Well, then again, it would have survived it anyway, because light screen doesn't reduce by half damage in this, because again, the way that it works things out is that. Yes, that works. Minecraft, Pokemon. Yeah, I've actually never played Minecraft. I mean, granted, a large portion of that is just like sandbox games really aren't my kind of thing. That is a good. Well, the thing is though, if Lightning Rod does go off, I mean, I can just use.
That is true, Kayla. Yeah, that actually is true. We should swap that. Wait. Hey, we're getting raided! Hey, Danny! What were you doing over on your side of things? Hello there, Fearsome Ferrothorn. Jacob, as always. Jakey, were you bullying over in their stream? Were you bullying Jakey? I always have to ask. Lord Infinite, welcome in. MSU, welcome in. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's like open world games. Well, it's a sandbox game, not open world game. They don't really mesh with me. They're a bit, yeah. But actually, yeah. Raichu should swap out for this now that I think about it. Now we have a physical water type. Yeah, we Dynamax with the Quillfish, and then we do the Screech support thing. So yeah, Toby, swap out. Thank you very much, Lord. Yeah, it's been 4 years of YouTube, and we are streaming to celebrate 4 years. Thank you. No, Jacob was lurking in it for that. Ah, interesting. See, that's the thing. See, that's where me, who doesn't really care much for Nuzlocke, that doesn't bother me. You know, doing Nuzlocke of it. Yeah, you take the Swampert, Leafy. No. Whoever has the Raichu swap out. Whoever has the Raichu swap out for the Swampert. But also, guys, thank you very much for coming in. If you guys have not done so, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe if you guys have not done so already. Yeah, it's just hard to believe that the channel has been a thing for 4 years at this point. Like, we started streaming last year in summer. Toby is doing the Jakey's spoon. Yeah, yeah, see, that's the thing with Nuzlocke, is that, like, I do a lot of competitive, and Nuzlocke feel like I'm just playing things like the Battle Tower, because, like, the rules for Nuzlocke pretty much are just like the Battle Tower, and that's kind of what it feels like. And, you know, of course, as, you know, someone who, like, prefers, you know, competitive, if I want to, you know, a challenge in Pokemon, I play against, you know, other people to improve my teams. And I also do draft leagues, and so that, you know, scratch the whole, you know, randomizer thing of, you know, using Pokemon I've never used before sort of thing. And so Nuzlocke is just, like, left in this weird area of it feels like I'm just kind of playing the Battle Tower. And if I'm going to be playing the Battle Tower, I might as well go to the actual Battle Tower where I get BP that I can use to make competitive teams from. And so, like, I just don't really do anything with Nuzlocke. Remember when all the Legend of Pokemon had pressure as their ability? Yeah, like, pressure is such a useless ability. Like, okay, not useless ability. There are legitimately some legendaries that can make very good use of pressure as an ability. But, like, only 2 of them really can, and that's one of them is Lugia, and the other is, like, situationally Dialga. None of the others really can. And it's like, why give... I get that when they made Legenders have the ability Pressure, it was in Gen 3 when abilities were new, and they didn't really put much thought into it. And, you know, so you can't really fault them there, you know, for doing that, even if it was pretty dumb, all things considered. But yeah, I mean, there's an underlying reason, even if that reason is quite stupid. But yeah, it's a fairly stupid reason, but it does make sense in context. Well, the thing is well, here's the thing, Dot. Here's the thing, Jace. All the Pokemon that are in Platinum are in BDSP. And realistically speaking, the Distortion World doesn't actually add on anything. The Distortion World is mostly just padding. Because all it is, okay, you're just walking through this puzzle for another, like, 15 minutes. Then you get to fight the Legendary after you fight Cyrus.
but it doesn't really add much to the game overall. It's, well, padding. No shiny Raichu. No shiny Ditto. No shiny Swampert. No shiny... No. It doesn't exist. Shiny doesn't exist. Because, like, that's the thing that I kind of do find a bit amusing, is that there really isn't much missing. If when you look at Platinum versus you look at Diamond and Pearl, that a lot of the differences are just superficial, like, aesthetics. Hey, Zeke, how you doing? Hey, Zeke. You know, a lot of the differences are, like, very, very superficial things, like, you know, the snow in places, the outfits of people, or, like, you know, the leaves on like, the trees or something like that. There really isn't all that much that actually, like, is mechanically different about the region. I mean, yes, the Pokemon are different, which is a big thing. But, like, the Distortion World is... It really doesn't exist for more than just an extended walking sequence, and it's immersive atmosphere, which is a very good thing. Like, we love the Distortion World, but a lot of that comes from, like, nostalgia and the impact the Distortion World had on us when we first played. Like, we went in there, like, whoa, this place is so cool. Like, it wowed us in a way that, like, nothing else really has. And so when that is lacking, it feels like something is missing. But it realistically adds nothing. It's basically just adding in, like, an extra... It's a lot like, you know, Legends, where, yeah, you can go out, you know, forage materials, you know, go craft Pokeballs. But how many of us actually go and, you know, grind, like, 500 Sky Tumble Stones or, you know, 1,000 Iron Chunks to just make a bunch of Pokeballs? We just run over to the guy that just sells those materials, buys them out of house and home, and just go craft as many of them as we want. You know, it's an unnecessary... When realistically, it should just make so you can just buy those items. It realistically doesn't add anything. It just adds on a little more extra time you have to go to do something, even though the end result is the exact same. You're just spending far more time on it. Decline, review, spotlight, what to beat, Ellen, 1-up, subject raid. Hey, Christian, welcome in! Welcome in. It was a much slower game than Platinum. Also BSP. You can't get evolution of some Pokemon like Gallade. No, you can get Gallade and Frostlass. You can get Gallade and Frostlass. The Dawnstone and the Duskstone are in the game normally. They are in the game normally. The reason why is that Murkrow and Mismagius and such, they are in the game. They were already in the base version of the game. They were in, like, regular Diamond Pearl and Platinum, regular Diamond Pearl. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Like, that's the thing. You can get them normally. That's exactly what I mean. Like, people don't realize you can get those things normally because you could get those things normally in the original games. Because there were already other Pokemon that needed those stones and those items to evolve as is. It's just with Diamond, it's just... The only one is Gligar, where the Razor Fang is in post-game, but Gligar is the lone exception in a sea of, like, 20 other of 20 other Pokemon. It is the lone exception. And you know what? That makes sense. Never forget Fantina. How dare they give us math in Sinnoh? See, I mean, that's literally the entire reason why there's the calculator app on the Pokétch. That is literally the entire reason there's a calculator on the Pokétch. It took some of my friends, like, it took me, like, oh yeah, like, however many years it was, oh, that's why there's a calculator on the Pokétch. It's because of Fantina's gym. Oh, it was so completely useless. It was such a useless thing. His gym sucked, by the way. Yeah, like, Platinum did change a couple of things, but a lot of those things were, like, relatively minor, like, little convenience things. Yeah, like, Platinum changed, like, little convenience things. They weren't really massive reworks to the game overall. It's like, okay, well, we'll just make, you know, Fantina's gym a little less annoying. Even though it's still kind of a frustrating thing. You know, we're gonna change, fighting type 1. Maylene, that's what her name is. You know, we're gonna rework Maylene's gym. It's a lot of things like that where they just, like, change a couple of those things like that. And, you know, it's not like, say, the difference between black and white and black to white to. It's like the difference between, you know, say, it's like the difference between, say, Ruby and Sapphire. There really aren't any realistic differences on a mechanical level. And I think that's, like, where a lot of the people, the disjoint comes from, where people, they remember, you know, I remember, you know, Platinum was, like, so much different when it was actually, it was 99% the same exact game. The difference really comes into, like, the atmosphere and the vibe of the game is a little different. But also, it heavily goes into nostalgia goggles, which is one of the reasons why I say nostalgia is a blight upon the gaming community and needs to be eradicated. Like, nostalgia is an active detriment to video game franchises. And it is a huge problem that nostalgia plagues games. Because it will always hold games back. You know, you again, as a scene of this, people will always be comparing a game to the prior ones, which is a big problem. Yeah, I agree. I do very much agree Platinum was the better game. But it's a difference of relatively minor. Really? Again, let's add Crimson's shinies to the list of the shinies that people get while this thing. Yeah. Like, Platinum is better, but you're also comparing, you know, Diamond and Pearl, you know, which Diamond and Pearl is a bad game. Like, I will come out and say this, like, point blank. I think Diamond and Pearl are crap. They are bad games. Platinum offers minor improvements, but a lot of the issues that are present within Diamond and Pearl still are present within Platinum, and I think we tend to overlook a lot of those. A lot of it is just so that we don't even think about it. I pick a Platinum build because I hate waiting an hour with the time. Yeah, I mean, I can understand that, but I mean, the timing for stuff like that is actually still very much the same. The timing for that is actually still very, very much the same, because it uses the exact same engine, which is one of the reasons why the movement speed in the game is very much similar. But nice work on that, Crimson. Nice work. Again, I love how everyone but me gets shinies when I'm live. But also, again, guys, please don't forget to leave a like in the stream and subscribe if you guys are new. Thank you all for coming out. But yes, like Platinum is definitely an improvement. I agree that Platinum is an improvement, but it's an improvement in a lot of ways that really don't matter overall. Most games like are glitchy, you gotta remember, was made with people who... See, that's where I fundamentally differ. Is I don't look at things like, oh, well, this was the conditions the game was in. Even at the time, those games are exceptionally primitive. You know, there's a lot of very major glaring issues in those games. You know, that's one of the reasons why I don't give any defense to any of the Gen 1 or Gen 2 games. Mostly because, yeah, I understand the conditions they were made in were pretty not great. They were made by very few people. But that doesn't excuse that the games basically don't work. Which, like, if a game doesn't work, then okay, that immediately means it's not a good game. Like, the fact that they needed to release, the fact that the original game was red and green and they released blue, which was an updated version of red and green, specifically to fix a lot of the bugs, and they still are overloaded with bugs. I mean, they basically had a post-patch, a post-release hot fix patch. And it still couldn't fix everything. But yeah, I mean, for me, it's more like Diamond and Pearl work correctly. They function as they should. And their problems are like a little are annoying in certain aspects, but overall it is a fully playable, realizable game. In my opinion, the best game is Black and White. I think Black and White are the best game by a mile. Like, they are, in my opinion, by far the best game. I do not find Gen 1 fun. I do not find Gen 1 enjoyable at all, mostly because it is intrinsically a broken game. It, on a basic mechanical level, does not work as it should, and that makes playing it very, very difficult for me, which is one of the reasons why I don't really care for it. It's one of the reasons why, like, we are never gonna do anything with Gen 1 on the channel, because the game simply doesn't work. It's just slow and overly populated. Yeah, again, like that's what I mean. It's like Diamond and Pearl was a slow game, and I think a lot of people exaggerate some the slowness in the game, where we forget how slow a lot of the other Pokemon games are. I mean, remember the days before you could use the running shoes inside buildings? Remember those days? Remember the days you couldn't run inside buildings? Yeah, like the original game, like red, green, and blue. I will. The thing is, there's only one game that I actually think is worse than Gen 1. Swap out the Lickitung for this. There is only one game I would say is worse than Gen 1, and that's Gen 6. And that's Gen 6. The main reason is that Gen 6 is the only generation that they say that they developed as to be its own standalone entity, but is entirely held up by fan service. It is entirely held up by fan service and callbacks, despite from Gen 3 onwards, their policy is to make every game as a standalone game. Which was like the only Pokemon game that has any right to be propped up by a prior game's existence is Gen 2, because when Generation 2 was being made, it was deliberately created to be a sequel. Pokemon was this anomaly, and oh well, the first game was successful, let's make a sequel to Pokemon with the designs that we didn't implement in the first game, because of just some limitations that now, because of the algorithm that Iwata created, we can add in more stuff. So let's just add in more stuff and make it a sequel. That's what's heavily based on the original. That's what's heavily based on Kanto, because it was deliberately made as a sequel. Whereas these days, every game, from Generation 3 onwards, every game is now designed as a standalone, it is designed to be like a standalone game. Also, Alexander, you swap out for this. The only issue with Gen 6 was the roller skating turnip. My issue with Gen 6 is its entire purpose is fan service and nostalgia goggles. And as someone who, again, I play competitive, and as someone who likes competitive and likes to play the official formats, and to have the entire game be boiled down to a popularity contest of what is popular is good, that really bothers me. It's like there were 900 Pokemon at the like almost 800 something Pokemon at the time of its release, and you're hyper fixating on 20 of them. There's 800 more of them. Why are we forgetting about the 800 others? And that's my only issue with Gen 6, is the hyper fixation on prior already heavily shown species. That's like my only realistic issue. We swap out for the Chinchino with the Lifer and just have the Lifer just use Screech. I would disagree. The more balanced to competitive because of Megas. Like the main thing is that Megas completely destroyed competitive. Yes, like, Smogon banned a lot of them, but you gotta remember, they still existed. You still had Pokemon that had 130 base speed, like 80 bases defenses, and 170 offensive stats. Yeah, like, Megas, any modicum of competitive balance Gen 6 brought otherwise, Megas immediately redact. They immediately redact any amount of balance. Because, like, let's say, yes, Gengar, 130 speed, 170 special attack. And it has Shadow Tag, so it can pick and choose its favorite matchups, and you can't run away from it. Yeah, that's not unbalanced at all. Or, Mega Charizard, which automatically sets Sun. Because, fun fact actually, a Mega Charizard using a Fire-type move actually deals more damage in a single turn than a Dynamax Charizard does, which also means, prolonged over an entire fight, the Mega Charizard does way more damage than the Dynamax Charizard. Which I find that, yes, like, it's kind of ridiculous. Like, I still say that, like, I still say they should have made a move that dealt bonus damage to Megas. Like, they should have done, like, move that deals bonus damage to Megas, or some way to forcibly revert a Mega back. Like, if you use knockoff and you knock off something's Mega Stone, okay, that turns it back into a regular base form. Like, this actually goes into an unmade video that will never see the light of day. It was the super mechanic analysis of, Mega Z moves and Dynamaxing, and that actually right there was the reason why, in the end, Megas were the most broken of all the super mechanics, is that, Dynamaxing and Z moves, for as powerful as they are, they have multiple inbuilt kill switches. Type effectiveness still dominates. They are on a timer. You get one use of the Z move, you have 3 turns of Dynamax. If you, predict what they're gonna do, yeah, that's my major, that's my issue with Generations, is fan service. Like, I don't like fan service when it comes to video games. Like, okay, that's not true. Certain fan service, tasteful fan service is good. Like, Grimlock being integrated into the Transformers Fall of Cybertron story, the way they did it, that was fan servicey. But it was fan servicey with a complete redoing of the entire idea of the Dino. They completely revolutionized what the Dinobots were with that. And, when you play Grimlock, you are literally a walking robot T-Rex of death that just crushes everything underfoot. It's not, look how awesome Charizard is! Look how awesome Lucario and Gengar are! Like, it's not, look how awesome these old Pokemon are! There's a difference, like, fan service, it isn't really fan service anymore as, like, pandery. It was pandering more than fan service. Like, fan service is not inherently bad. Fan service is not inherently a bad thing, most every series, like, all fan service is just something that is designed to appeal to a certain demographic, a certain section of the fan base. And most every series, has fan service within it at some point. The problem is when that goes into pandering, where it starts to warp the actual content of the series around, where the series goes from being, you know, a series that has a couple of things, you know, for fan service, to the fan service heavily controls what happens. The fan service is dictating the course of the installment of the games, and that's where the problems come into, in my opinion, for fan service. When it gets to the point of warping a series into something it isn't, that's when the problems come in. And that's what Generation 6 really, really did. Was it started to warp the games around the fan service. I mean, everyone loved the Dinobots. Everyone loved the Dinobots because they're robot dinosaurs. They're robot dinosaurs. They're awesome. Exactly, Jace. Exactly. Some water went down the wrong pipe. I'm okay. Just some water went down the wrong pipe. Nope, no shiny. No shiny. It's not even a beaver. It's a mouse. Bidoof is a mouse. Bebarrel's a beaver. I actually had a thing about, like, here's the thing about Bidoof. Bidoof has nothing different than Zigzagoon or Sentret. It's just that around the time... Yeah, it's a mouse. It's literally the plump mouse Pokemon. It's a mouse. Yeah. It's weird. I don't know. It makes no sense. But yeah, but it's like... The thing about Bidoof is that Bidoof's whole shtick is... It's something that, like, both Sentret and Zigzagoon did. Like, they learn Cut, Strength, Surf. Yes, for some reason, Sentret and Zigzagoon can learn Surf. It's just that with, you know, the rise of the internet at, you know, the time when, you know, Diamond and Pearl came out, that was really where Bidoof became a meme from, was that it was, you know, the HM user supreme. You know, it was the HM user supreme at the time the internet was starting to be ingrained within the community. So it was the thing that was being shared around a lot more, rather than something, you know, that predated it, that did the exact same thing. Well, here's the thing. So can things like Zigzagoon. Like, Zigzagoon can learn, like, Thunder. It can learn Shadow Ball. It can learn Thunderbolt. Like, that's the same thing. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, those other things can learn those exact same moves. There is nothing unique about Bidoof. There is nothing unique about... Also, Pilot Swine. Go for the Pilot Swine. There's nothing unique about it. It's just a case of the right place at the right time. And unfortunately, it just exploded into being an obnoxious thing. And I really, 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 really am annoyed that that thing just became as obnoxious as it was. I see a Lycanroc. We're going for the Lycanroc. We are going for the Lycanroc. Because we very much need that. Alexander, you swap out the Hawlucha for the Lycanroc when we get to it. No one else swap anything out. Our team, as is very good because of that. I mean, moves in the Pokemon just make absolutely no sense, Jays. I mean, Snorlax can learn Shadow Ball. Metagross can learn Sludge Bomb. Spheal can learn Earthquake, but Zekrom can't? Yeah, makes no sense. Like, these Pokemon moves make absolutely no sense, and I'm okay with them not making sense, and I'm not okay with being okay with that. I'm okay with that, and I'm not okay with that. That Mudkip, that would be an accomplishment if you found someone that is like that Mudkip. That would be an accomplishment. That would be an accomplishment, Mudkip, and I can't learn the big spider power focus. Yep. Yeah, it makes no sense. Like, yeah, it makes absolutely no sense, and that's exactly the reason why. I'm just like, you know what, did they make no sense? We're done. Let's go for punch. Makes perfect sense. If all can shift tectonic plates, a giant dragon can destroy all of you know, electricity can't. Yep. Makes sense. Pokemon, the ultimate embodiment of make sense in contact series. I mean, I don't know why, but it's just funny. Fire-breathing tree. It's a fire-breathing tree. It's a fire-breathing tree. You know, like, Conkeldurr can learn Defog. Conkeldurr can learn Defog. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. No sweep. No sweep. Oh yeah, superpower, right. But yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be fun. What does Defog do except help the one round? It removes light screen, reflect, entry hazards, and a few other things. Also decreases evasion. Don't change right now, Alexander. Change when we get to Lycanroc. Yeah, Defog also removes terrains. Defog does a couple of things, but it really is. It's only really useful in competitive. Yeah, it's good in competitive. Yeah, it is. It's very good. Like, it's a lot of things that it does do, but practically speaking, evasion dropping is really the only thing you're ever going to really want out of it, and you're ever going to get out of it. And that's mostly down to if more powerful moves tend to have lower accuracies, and you can use that to compensate. But yeah, that's really it. But yeah, it's something. But yeah, that's one of like the few issues. That's one of like the issues of like Pokemon things in general is number of moves, not actually great outside of very very specific niche scenarios. Yeah, Focus Punch is still stronger than Scorching Sands with the same attack bonus because my attack stat is just so much higher, and also Iron Fist, which is that savagely powerful. But yeah. Yeah, it does a couple of things. Screws over the opponent's setup, especially if you troll them. Troll them well, so they waste their time. Yep. Like, there's a number of things that it can do. That's how I beat Red Pokemon. Frost out Snow Arming, 6 double teams, Omniboost, with Ominous Wind. The Snow Cloak doesn't actually stack with Double Team. There's a point at which evasion. See, the way evasion works is strange. The way evasion works is very, very strange. Where if you use things, you know, like auxiliary evasion boosting things, there's a point where it just stops. Like if you have a thing like Snow Cloak and 6 double teams, it's equivalent to having like Snow Cloak and 5 double teams. There's a point at which it stops actually giving you boosted evasion. It's very, very weird how it works.
DoorDash person. They drove past McDonald's. There's 3 places to turn around. They drove past McDonald's again and still don't have McDonald's.
How do they screw up that badly, Mudkip? How do they screw up that badly?
There we go.
Doggo down. I swear if I get another shiny Lycanroc, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to go to 360 today. I think this is gonna be our last Dynamax adventure. I'm just too tired right now. I have no idea why I am so tired. It just adds 1 to the 6. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Lord. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. But yeah, like, it's very interesting how it actually works that way. Oh wait, they're here now, but still, this is colored almost. Wow. How do they flub that badly, Mudkip? That is a flub right there. It should be free at that point if they screw up that badly. Alexander, I said to take it. Alexander, I said to take the thing. Okay, okay, if that's... Neither of these are good. Wait, we can read it again. Wait, we can read it again. Rezi, Sensei Spiel, wonderful name. Evelyn. Oh, wait. Holy crap. This is a huge raid. Thank you for the... Welcome in, everyone! Welcome in, everyone! Holy crap! This is a huge raid! Hello, everyone. I'm Metamaxis. Welcome in, everyone. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Welcome in. What was Hefty streaming? But thank you guys for coming in. If you guys are new, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you guys very much for coming in there. How are you doing? And there's Hefty. Can someone please go grab Hefty's link, please? Thank you very much for that raid, Hefty. But yeah, it's been 4 years since we started this channel. We've been streaming for a little over a year at this point, but yeah. Thank you very much for that raid, Hefty. Thank you very much, Kayla, for doing that. And thank you very much, everyone, for coming through there. Again, you guys are the ones that keep this stuff going. Thank you very much, Evelyn, for that subscribe right there. Thank you, Hefty. Thank you. Thank you for coming in right then, because, like, I have been just so completely clocked out of it mentally today. And thank you. Like, you really have no idea how much this means, FD. Thank you. Thank you. If you guys haven't done so, please go show some love to Hefty. Please show some love to Hefty. Hi, Lunala. How are you doing? How you doing, guys? Thank you guys for coming in. Thank you, guys. Welcome in, guys. We do a lot of stuff here on the channel. We do a lot of Pokemon stuff, as you can tell. We do a lot of Nintendo stuff. We do, Pokemon, Metroid. Gonna be playing some Mario. We are presently doing some Legend of Zelda blind stuff for the channel. I have only ever played 3 Legend of Zelda games to complete 3 Legend of Zelda games at all. And we are playing the other ones blind for the channel. So I think you guys are gonna enjoy those series. We do a lot of Pokemon stuff. We play Fossil Fighters. We're gonna be playing Mario soon. We're gonna be playing Kirby. We do all kinds of stuff here. Also, there's a link in the description below. There's a Discord. I want to join that. Stay up to date on everything. And I am I am completely losing my train of thought right now. Holy crap! I'm just clocked out of it right now. Sorry. Wow, that is a lot of stat boost. Full disclosure, amazing mod. Let me know you were streaming. Shoutouts to him. Thank you very much, Ron. Thank you very much. Always have it help, Hefty. Thank you very much. I mean, you guys are fantastic for everything. And the hell out again, Shin. How is the hunt right now? The hunt is Pain Moon. As you can tell again, at 356 Dynamax adventures, and no shiny. Dynamax on the hoe. That's a good question. What are our options? We have. Okay. Okay, so we have Golurk. We have the Golurk, Seal. Honestly, I think we got to go with I think we got to go with either Toby or Kayla for the Dynamax. Toby, if you Dynamax, use Dive when you Dynamax. Kayla, if you Dynamax, use Rock Tomb. That is the only thing we got to win this. Have you watched? I don't really watch Nuzlocke, Jays. I don't really watch them. I call pain like this. It's the curse of Dynamax Phoenix, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, this is... I mean, it's... I've had this cough for a couple of weeks at this point. It's just taken a while for everything to clear up. But also, some water I drank earlier just went down the wrong pipe. And it just got to work its way out. But yeah, I mean, this is going to be our last Dynamax adventure. So... Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, Alexander, he just got distracted for a sec. He just spaced out for a sec, and I understand that. But yeah, this is going to be our last DA for the day. We still do a lot of... We're going to be back to doing Ho-Oh soon. We've been like, this shiny hunt for Ho-Oh has been going on for almost a year at this point. Hey, thank you very much, Film Master. Thank you very much for that, Film Master. Are you new here? Welcome in, Film Master. Thank you. Good bad for you. I got my hope. Yeah, like everyone gets, like, every single person has gotten Ho-Oh massively under odds other than me. Like, Foos, I was in his stream earlier. Like, oh yeah, he got it in 41. I know someone got it in, like, 17. Someone else did. Someone got it in, like, 20-somethings. Like, my luck is utter garbage when it comes to Ho-Oh, but every single other Dynamax adventure we've done for the channel has been ridiculously under odds. Like, the worst Dynamax adventure shiny we had prior to Ho-Oh was Heatran at 63. Everything else was 30 and below. So this is RNG whiplashing back to punch me in the face for all the good luck we've had. I'm it's just pain. And thank you guys again. Thank you. First check. Oh, Groudon. Oh my gosh. I have never been blessed with the first check shiny. I hope I get one of those at some point, though. That I need some luck like that. I just... There is only suffering and pain with the shiny hunt. This shiny hunt is only suffering and pain. Oh, good critical hits. Very nice. Come on, Shadow Punch. Wait. Did I put already one off? Oh, yeah, right. Probably like... Oh, wait, what? First check. Shiny a little bit. Shadow Punch. And the windup. You punch the stupid bird in the face. Yeah, there we go. This is gonna be good. I hope we get the shiny on this one. Like, we started the channel with Ho-Oh. The first video we ever made was our Let's Play of Heart Gold. So we started the channel with Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh was the first thing to appear on this channel. I want you to remember that, Ho-Oh. You were where this channel began. And you're being a spiteful little bird. Why do you hate me so much? Punch in the face. Punch this turkey in the face.
Aw, thank you very much. But yeah, this is gonna be our final Dynamax adventure of the day.
I'm just clocked out mentally right now. I hope we get the shiny on this one though. Like, come on. Shiny luck. But we are gonna go on a raid. So, I'm gonna go get the raid tag ready.
Randomized access raid. And I know exactly who I am gonna go and raid. I know exactly who we're gonna go raid, because they are also similarly suffering with a challenge series that they're doing. So we gotta go send them moral support. No shiny Beartic. No shiny Lycanroc. No shiny Son of Scorch. No shiny Ho-Oh. Pain. It's suffering and pain. But with all that done, let's go give a raid to It's Really Timmy B, otherwise known as Timmy Broccoli, because if I have to deal with his broccoli face, then I'm going to curse all of you with being forced to suffer the same pain I am. I'll see you guys next time. Let's rock and roll. And the finale of the first finale part of the Soul Link with Foos goes live tomorrow. Stay tuned. Watch a lot of pain and suffering next time. That's going to be fun in the Soul Link. That's going to go up at 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. See you guys next time. It's rock and roll. See you guys there.